Aggie coming out. She's an aerospace engineer major. She's a student senator for the College of Engineering. And she's the secretary for the Council for Minority Student Affairs. Her name is Fernanda Cabello. I have been undocumented for 8 years. When I was 12 years old, in a car full of hopes and dreams, my family decided to come to the United States of America. My dad had already been working in this country for 1 year, but after my mom decided that she couldn't separate her children from their father any longer, we joined him. 9/11 happened when I was still in Mexico. I remember, not only because of the fear, but because it was after this that my dad's business went bankrupt. It was after this that we had to sell our house, our car, transfer schools, until there was nothing else to do than to follow the American dream. The last weeks I spent back in Mexico were at my grandparents' house, where we left the 2 pets I grew up with. I remember saying goodbye to those 2 dogs, telling them that one day I would go back and see them, that I was not abandoning them. That was 8 years ago. 1 year ago, I got a call from my grandma that one of them had died. And it made me realize how long I had been away from Mexico, how long I had been in the United States. And the fear gets me that I still didn't know when I was going to be able to go back. And I still do not know when that will happen. I cannot go back to that country because I have made this one my home. Because I have a family and a future waiting for me here. But this decision comes with a heavy price. 2 Christmas ago, my grandmother died. I was not able to say goodbye to her. Her son, my father, was not able to bury the woman that raised him. I was not able to be there for my grandmother's funeral. It's really hard to see somebody you care for not cry after you know how hurt they're on the inside. And that's what my dad was. He made the decision to bring me to this country. Even though he knew he was leaving his family behind. And so I feel guilty. Because my parents left their country they call home. They left their families for me. So I could have a chance at a better future. I owe it to them to not let their sacrifice go to vain. I owe it to them to fight with everything I have for my education. And against all odds, I graduated number 5 from my high school, and I am now studying a degree at Texas A&M University. Martin Luther King's words, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. My name is Maria Fernanda Cabello. I'm undocumented, I'm